this gonna fall over? I hope not. Oh, it might. Okay. It is the 15th of September, and this is the conclusion of how to survive traveling with your kid alone, mainly flying. Sorry. I know the lighting sucks, but this is the only opportunity that I have to make this video, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna see what it looks like with the... Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm in a parking lot, so people are probably like, what's that girl doing? Okay, now, all the advice and tips that I can give you are quite different than probably what you're gonna hear from most people, because I found that, like, I can tell you what works, but it's going to be quite different than what you hear from most people, because all of the videos and advice given to me by other people, it never worked for me. So, what was different is that people told me to pack all things that Ellie would like from toys, books, snacks, drinks, whatever, and that would keep her happy and occupied. I was so overwhelmed the first leg of the journey until we got to New York that I didn't use anything. And that was just because on the first flight the plane was really, really small, and there wasn't really enough room to set her down and go up and get my stuff. It was like a jam-packed flight, and it was too much. And she was already a cranky bird to begin with. The flight, so we got to our connecting flight, was approximately 2 hours long, and it was horrendous the entire time. That child did everything from scream, cry, pinch me, slap me, scratch me, and throw up on me not only once, but twice. Thank God it wasn't chunky food or anything, but it was liquid stuff. And if you can remember, in my packing video, I did say, I'm not going to take a change of clothes. I'm just going to drape this blanket that I have here over me. I never used that blanket. So I was kind of SOL in that situation. It wasn't too bad though. It was I did bring a bottle for her to drink. I had a bottle of formula. And the reason why I brought the bottle of formula was because it was supposed to be for takeoff, and I know it's something that she would consistently drink versus water, where she would just take a couple sips of it. So I thought it would be easier for takeoff and landing and stuff. So as we get on the plane, she's already fussing. So I set her in the seat and give her bottle to hold while I put my stuff in the overhead compartment. She started drinking that bottle, and I tried to take it away from her. No, she threw a fit and was not happy. So basically, she had nothing to suck on during takeoff. I know they recommend whether you use a soother or bottle if you're nursing, anything like that, just it helps with the pressure in their ears. It didn't seem to bother Ellie. Not too bad anyways. I know she yawned a few times, and I know when I did, my ears popped. It didn't really hurt too bad. I don't really know what it would feel like from her point of view, but anyways, she did get a little irritated on the way down. What's that person doing? She did get a little irritated on the way down, but they do offer a drink service on the plane. So they rinsed out Ellie's bottle for me with bottled water that they had on hand, and then just gave me some orange juice for her to sip on, which she threw up on me. It wasn't long after she had it that she started throwing up. And I'm sorry, but there's people coming out. I guess it doesn't matter, but this is awkward. Anyways, the next part... Oh, I'm so distracted right now. Okay. Anyways, we went over toys and things like that, and drinks. Baby carrier is the next thing. I'm telling you, you need a baby carrier. You cannot do it without a baby carrier unless you have somebody there helping you. And I'm not talking about the attendants. I'm talking about a friend, a spouse, a partner, whatever. You need somebody to help you if you do not have a baby carrier. Now, because I was so overwhelmed during all of this, I didn't wear my baby carrier at the appropriate times, and I should have. So when I got to my connection, I quickly strapped her in the baby carrier. I was using an Ergo, which is amazing, by the way, once you get it all adjusted and figured out. I used an Ergo, and I went through customs, because I was doing an international flight. I went through customs with her in the Ergo. That was fine. And I took her out of it for some reason. I guess because we had a little bit of a layover. But I didn't put her back in it when we went to get on the plane. And I was gate checking my stroller and car seat. So I had my car seat sitting on top of my stroller. So I needed to drop that stuff off for the gate check before we get on the plane. And I needed to take her out of the stroller, have her stand there while I folded up the stroller. Do you know how hard it is to contain a busy 1-year-old during that time? It was impossible. I had to yell, "Can somebody help me?" I was to the point of tears. And I'm holding this stupid baby carrier in my hand. I don't know where my head was during this time, but why I didn't use that is beyond me. Anyways, I got better with it at the second leg of the journey, which is coming home. The flights after the connecting flight, so the flight from the connection to New York and to New York from home, was perfect. She slept on the plane. I think it's because the sound of the plane knocks her out or something, and now these people are driving right in front of me and see me talking to the camera, but okay, anyways. I think it's the sound of the plane and stuff, the motor, whatever, engine, that just is so soothing and calming, because she was not the only child flying that day. Although there was a child flying to our connection area, and that child slept the whole way. So I'm assuming that child's flown before. Where it was Ellie's first time, she really didn't understand the whole concept that you have to stay in my arms. And it was difficult at times with her wide awake. I didn't use any Benadryl or Gravol like some people suggested. I strongly considered it, but I left it at home, and I was going to say, you know what, I'm just going to brave it and see what happens. I'll worry about it later. I'm never going to see these people for the rest of my life, so it's going to be okay. And lo and behold, I did know a couple people on the flight home, so it was a little weird, but all the other people, I will never see them again for the rest of my life. What else can I tell you? I would definitely fly with Ellie again, for sure, but I'm not going to waste the time with packing any of her toys or books or anything like that. Maybe a couple things for when we get to our place and she can play with stuff there, but nothing for the plane. Nothing, because she didn't use it. She slept the whole time. I probably would do it if it was a longer journey, but honestly, unless you can put your bag down between your legs and get it, there's no point, because sometimes there's people sitting next to you. I made sure I had window seats because Ellie liked to look at the window when she was awake. It's like when we were taxiing to the runway, she would stay awake, and as soon as we started going down the runway to take off is when she would go to sleep. But I wouldn't bring anything again in my carry-on for her to play with, because it's just pointless. It just takes up more room than it needs to. But like I said, maybe on a longer haul flight. And if I was doing a longer haul flight, I would have somebody with me. Matt would be with me, or a friend, or whoever would be with me. I'm not doing oh no! What happened to my light? I'm not doing a 10-hour flight by myself. I wouldn't do that. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm terrified of my battery dying. I don't know what happened to my vehicle, but when I came back, it wasn't in the same condition I left it in. I can blame Matthew for that one. So, I feel like I'm not really giving you any advice, because all of the advice that is out there in videos and stuff is different from what I'm telling you. So, I don't know. That's just what worked for me. If your kid likes to sleep on the plane, let them sleep. Don't take anything. They don't need anything. Ellie never used any bottle or anything after the first flight. She just slept the whole time. She didn't wake up until we landed. And even then, I had to wake her up sometimes. Anyways, I'm going to let you go. Talk to you guys later. Bye.